right. Hi, Alan.
Hey Jen, how are you today?
Great. How are you?
It's a beautiful day.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a
Yes, it
beautiful
is.
day.
It
in
is.
the Neighborhood.
So, one of the questions that we're getting asked a lot, and that's we've seen a lot of talk about, is this another bubble? What are your thoughts? I do have the Magic 8 Ball app if we wanted to ask also.
Well, you know me, I like to look at data. I mean, because
Yes.
data, it really is tells the story.
Yeah,
And the market, though it feels like it, let me just share a graph with you that I think will help. So
sure.
let me share. Let me see. Oh, there's my share button. All right. So this graph is really important because, are you seeing the graph?
Yeah.
Okay. So home appreciation since World War II. So if
Okay.
we look at how the home values have gone up every year since World War II, except for that anomaly a couple of years in 2006 that we all know about,
Yeah.
that, that it completely crashed. So it feels like that is what could happen right now because the home prices spiked so quickly, and so it feels like that. However, the market conditions are a lot different than during that time.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so one, there were a lot of foreclosures during that time, so that drove the price down. And the reason there were a lot of foreclosures is that the lending market was very different than it is today. Almost anybody in any financial condition could get a home during that time. So what happened was the other thing, I'm sorry, the other thing that happened was a lot of people were using their home as an ATM during that time. So
Right.
they took out the money, but then they were underwater, so their house was worth less than what they owed.
Well, and I think that's the big thing here, right? Too, is that they truly were underwater, meaning that they owed more on the house than it was worth. And right
Exactly.
now, that's not really happening. I mean,
No, that's not the case. And actually, let me show you another graph here. I'm going to share. This I thought was really interesting, where it shows the lending default risk.
okay,
So during that time in 2006, 2007, prior, there was a lot of risk because of the fact that we had different lending practices and
right.
lenders were lending to everybody. So that risk during that period of time prior to 2006, 2007 was pretty darn high. Look at the red.
It's interesting though, because I'm seeing that, or I'm seeing news about like the lending practices, like maybe having higher debt to income ratios for like student loans, or maybe counting them in a different way, or counting or not counting like medical bills. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that too.
Yeah, it really will. But I think the bottom line is lending practices are so different. So the
Yeah,
risk,
you like have to turn in information. You can't just be like, well, I
oh
mean,
my
I
God,
make $500,000.
I know, it's amazing. It truly is amazing. But you can see that in the graph there that the red during the 2020, or sorry, 2020, 21, it's almost, you can't even
You
hardly
can't
see
even
it.
see it.
So it's really, the market is just
And
so
you know
different.
what? We are actually experiencing that in real life. Like we're not really seeing deals fall apart because the
Mm-mm.
loan's not going through.
No,
There's a lot less of that.
yeah, it's because a lot of that is being done ahead of time.
Right.
So as you and I know, when we have a buyer, it is a requirement that they be pre-approved.
Right.
I mean, we just don't go out with buyers
Right.
unless they're pre-approved. It's just a
Right.
best practice. Every single
For
realtor,
all the people involved.
yeah, for all the people involved, they should.
Yeah.
So definitely we're pre-approving clients so that we know ahead of time if they're qualified to buy a house. So
Hmm.
that is helping also in that process as well. But the risk is just so much lower these days. So, and people are, the home values, equity in homes is so much greater than it
Yeah.
was during that time. So though it feels like it, because of it feels like the same market conditions are the same, but it's not, it's just not the same. So, you know, could there be a housing bubble? You know, we're not economists. We
Well,
don't
I
know.
think for good practice, we should just ask the magic 8 ball.
Okay, go ahead. What does the magic 8 ball say?
Let's see what it says. So our
The
question
question is, what's the question you're
is
asking?
there housing, is the housing bubble gonna pop, right?
Okay.
Okay. Is the housing bubble gonna pop?
You just
Oh wait,
decided
it
so?
changed. It said you may rely on it, and then it changed and it said very doubtful. It's also confused. Oh wait, it changed again. Oh, very doubtful again.
Okay, good. So the 8 ball agrees with us.
Oh my
wow.
gosh, it's my favorite thing, but you should not rely on it for accurate information.
But
Well, Alan, as we know, everybody's situation is different, right? And it requires you to look at it specifically. So if somebody is interested in selling, and they need you to take a look at what their house is worth, what is the best way to get a hold of you?
yeah, best way is to text or call us 513-646-1488.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, take care.
Bye.